Not really, I have not heard about him, but I will check him out. I will write him down in here. JC Leyendecker. We'll check him out. We'll check him out later. Around, I guess, like I started drawing when I was a kid. That's a pretty obvious thing, but I started treating it seriously around being 16, something like this. So it will be like 10 years, something like this, along these lines. But I was not only focusing on drawing, so it was not like my only goal through this 10 years. Hello, and thanks. Good night to you too. If you have any questions or something like that, like this, just feel free to ask. Maybe I will be able to answer some questions if anybody has any. Not really. I just grabbed like some different references of the web, just of the things that I found interesting. Actually, this was done for my classes that on site, and I'm just drawing for the sake of drawing. I like drawing bugs, books, and fishes. They are fun. Pretty much every day, like most likely. Sometimes I take like 1 or 2 days breaks just because I don't feel like drawing, but it just happens. Usually then I just play some games and other stuff. Just for fun. But most likely I will use some of the studies like in some illustrations. Like I always wanted to make a little bit more illustrations with bugs, books, so I guess I will benefit from these studies. But if not, it's just fun exercise to draw. To be honest, I don't have like one favorite insect, but I guess something between like spiders and like beetles, I guess will be my favorite. Like I don't have a specific like species, but as you can see there are a lot of different cool bugs. Like I really like this one. This one I believe is a mite or something like this that lives on the skin. And cave spider is quite cool. I found him recently. The acorn weevil is also kind of fun. And I usually like to draw them because they are chill to draw. Like you don't really have to stress too much about drawing them. Like you can kind of go lighter on yourself when drawing in terms of proportions and everything. They usually have really clear and interesting geometry. And yeah, I guess this is a really good practice to really good topic to practice basics and everything. So it's a little bit of a no-brainer for me, and I really enjoy doing this type of stuff. You have a lot of different materials, textures, and patterns. A lot of these things will greatly benefit your visual library if you are going to draw this type of stuff. Like for example, this foot, in my opinion, it looks extremely cool. Same for this one, it looks really nice. The shapes are really interesting. So for studying, why not? I'm actually going to draw this one because I really like it. So in this case, as you can see, I'm just drawing a beetle, and it might benefit one day while drawing some sort of a dragon or something like this, because of the scales. They look pretty neat, I guess. Yeah, they're kinda cool. As you can see, for example, this thing out of a horror movie is like pretty much just a sphere with like a sphere in here, so you can pretty much really practice the most basic shapes out there. Also for the perspective, yeah, I guess. Like one of the things that you will most likely avoid while studying basics on insects instead of like dogs, cats and everything is the anatomy, because we pretty much don't know. Hello. Because we pretty much don't know what type of anatomy does bug have. Like we kinda know what dogs, for example, have, like in terms of muscles and everything. In here I have no idea what's inside it, so I won't stress about muscles and everything. I can focus on like basic forms and everything. Thanks, Dariusz. These dots are cool. not really. I don't really like catching bugs and everything, so I also will pretty much rather leave them alone. And for like the dead ones in the boxes and everything, I thought maybe I will enjoy it, but I prefer having some photos because like I like drawing from real life, but in terms of bugs, I just feel like photos are a bit better. Like instead of having like a dead, not moving object, like positioned somehow, I prefer to see them in like their natural habitat, where I can see how they are moving and everything. Also, if I search for the name of it, for the bug, because I usually, if I find an interesting thing, I usually search for the name and pretty much learn a bit more about it. So I prefer drawing from the photos in terms of this topic. I don't think I saw Alien Worlds. Like recently, I was only watching The Boys, but it was on the Amazon Prime, I guess. And for quite some time I was not touching Netflix. So I have no idea what's in there, to be honest, at the moment. But I guess I heard about the Alien Worlds. This is about what precisely? A little bit more precisely. I will check this out, wait. Netflix. No, I have not seen this one, but I guess I will save the name also. Saved. Oh, this one is cool. Jenna, Anya. Maybe, but I don't think so. I remember when I was small, like in my youth, the Discovery Channel had this type of shows. It was kind of fun. And I guess like recently I stumbled upon someone who was uploading some stuff done for National Geographic or Discovery Channel, where there was like the whole pretty much world designing type of stuff, world building, and there were some concept artists that were purely focused on designing those worlds like 20 years ago. Pretty cool job, I guess. But yeah, we'll check this one up. Looks really interesting. Oh, I have not. If it was the recent challenge, I have not seen it. But yeah. Also, maybe it's not available in Poland because some of the shows were not really available in Poland through Netflix, so maybe that's why I have not seen it. Oh, this pattern is cool. waiting for me. Yeah, no problem. After I finish this file, I will upload it to Google Drive and I guess put the link in the description to it. So if you wish, you could download it. No problems. Hello, Abdi. My name is Eric, or Eric in Polish language. Where do I place you? Nice to meet you too. Thanks a lot. I'm glad you like it. I have no idea what episode 14 of Cobol is. Just go and draw then. To be honest, it's way easier to learn how to draw than most people think. It's hard to be consistent with it. Oh, and the sneeze proves it is the truth. Ah, you meant Cobalt, okay. I was thinking about Cobol all the time. I have forgot to add the T. Yeah, thanks. Currently I'm 26. And will be 27 in June 22. This one is a nice flat boy. Cool. Around 16 I started treating drawing a little bit more seriously, so if you want to learn how to draw, you are in a perfect age for it. Mostly freelance, and I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to tell if I work for someone, if not, but the recent one I was working for was a Source Wizards, White Wizard Games. They have done the Sorcerer board game, but mostly on the freelance, so a lot of small clients mostly, with small commissions and everything. I prefer to work this way. Usually I prefer to have a lot of small commissions instead of like the huge ones, but if I have something a little bit bigger, then also it's not a problem. This one is kind of funny. No problem. When I was 16 I had a really basic understanding of English language, so only recently started getting better. With practice pretty much everything will come. Poland. Central or Western Europe, depends on the source of the information. have no idea where it is. I guess it's the first time ever I hear this name. Tatarstan. Republic of Tatarstan. Oh, it's in Russia, right? It's in Russian, I guess. Oh, cool. It's the first time ever I heard this name. Tatarstan. Sounds kinda cool. A lot of great artists are from Russia. So if you want to draw well, I guess you will have multiple different cool schools to attend to if you want to go to the art school. Ok. Bo mogę. Where exactly? Nice. This is the state I am familiar with, actually. But when I was younger, I thought Pennsylvania was in Romania because it kind of sounds like Transylvania. And when I discovered it is not in Romania, it was kind of weird. Gdańsk, Poland, north of the country, near the sea. A really beautiful city of Gdańsk. Ja nie mogę mieć go z prawej. Albo z lewej, albo w ogóle. That really depends on what type of artist do you want to be, because there are a lot of, like, let's say, different classes of artists. You can be like a fine artist when you do portraits and everything, or you can be a concept artist where you pretty much design all the time. So it depends, but I guess if you really put yourself into working, after 2 or 3 years you are able to have like the skill set where someone will commission you something, I guess. The fastest I've seen anyone like start and get good took around 1 year, but it was like drawing all the time, pretty much. But I guess at the beginning, basics like perspective, geometry, basic shapes, basic primitives and everything, and then you are good to go, because all the things that I'm drawing in here are pretty much basic primitives, just cobbled together. That looks like this. So for example, if you take this spider, it's pretty much just like this type of shape. And it's combined with something like this. So it's not really that complicated, to be honest. Oh, usually when I do a study, I tend not to copy. I prefer to like try to understand the thing first, and then I try to like pretty much draw it from different angles. So for example, as you can see for this guy, I just, instead of drawing like it vis-a-vis, because I don't really like drawing in front, I rotated it and put the camera a little bit more above it, so it's kind of more like from this place the camera is. So usually I just take some studies, analyze the geometry of it, and try to copy it in different places, and try not to stress about it, so I don't really care if it's really perfect or not. This way the pretty much whole studying is a little bit more pleasant. And for the rotating them, yeah, so for example for this guy, if I were to draw him from like, let's say, underneath, because like I kinda understand the geometry that goes into this guy, because it's pretty much, as I said previously, something like this. He has eyes in here, and smaller one in here, and smallest in here, and he has this cool mustache thingy. And I have no idea how these things are called, like mandibles or something like this. So I'm pretty much able to draw him without much problems in a different setup. Of course, I have no idea what's underneath him, so if I were to draw him from the below, I most likely will search for a different photo where I can see exactly what is happening in there, but I kinda guess there will be something like this, maybe. So it's not really that big of a deal to draw him. But usually I have like a goal, what I want to draw and what I want to learn, and then I do it. So in this case I don't really care about the colors and everything. I care mostly about the geometry and the lines and the shapes. So instead of like spending 4 hours rendering this guy, I prefer to spend 4 hours like just drawing them and everything. So it will be a bit easier on me, I guess. Usually I try to keep things simple when I study, to not overwhelm myself with too many informations. Yeah, no problem. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Basically, the easier you make studying for yourself, the better results you will have. Maybe not a photo, like it's a good start because you will learn the proportions and you will learn pretty much how to look at different things, but the more you will think about what you are drawing, the better you will get quicker. So I will suggest to you a book by Andre Flumis, Creative Illustration, by Andre Flumis, and Perspective Made as Easy by Ernest R. Norling. I guess these two books are a good starting point if you want to learn how to draw. I do, it's in the description, I believe, for this video, or at least there should be. If you have them like on the web somewhere, you can drop a link in here, so I might look at them here. Oh, this one is ugly. This one is extremely ugly. Cool. Pupils, I guess. If anyone is afraid of spiders, I'm sorry, but I really enjoy drawing them. I added you to the art talk group. Also feel free to post there if you want like a feedback or something like this. It will be cool. One of the things that I strongly believe a lot of folks should do, especially on the beginning, is to ask other people for help. This way you can learn quicker. So the groups like Level Up or Artcore and other groups on the Facebook are quite cool. DeviantArt forums and everything. Let's now go for something different than a spider. Let's make an ant. Yeah, I'm making a series of podcasts where I invite different artists that I like and everything. And I have made already 5 episodes with different artists, and I'm planning to do way more. And I also figured out the group will be. It will be okay to make a group for the podcast, so maybe with the time passing by, more and more people will like come to the live streams and everything. So maybe one day there will be a bigger community where people can learn from each other. So yeah, I guess there are already some communities like this, but I wanted to create something on my own to give back to the community with the things that I learned throughout the years. So I guess it won't hurt anybody to have another Facebook group. Yeah, feel free to post it in there. So if you have any social media like Instagram or Artstation or anything, just also feel free to link them in there. So don't be afraid of posting your stuff. Just remember to be polite and everything, like on the basics. But I guess it won't be a problem. If you have also any questions in particular, write it in the post, so it will be easier for the others if anyone other would like to answer you and critique your works. They will know what to answer with, if they will know the thing that you are looking for. If you upload it, then let me know in here. I will check it out, maybe bring it in here. Okay, I see your work. Just next time write a bit more about it. So here it is. Yeah, it looks quite cool. I guess it's photo bashing. Like, the photo bashing is completely fine in terms of technique. Just if you are a beginner, I would not photo bash too quickly, because you might get a little bit overwhelmed with all the details and everything, and you might rely too much on different tricks and stuff. So pretty much I would try on your place just to draw this guy now. If you make a photo bashing type of thing, just try to draw him now, so you will make sure you understand pretty much what you are doing. So the photo bashing will be easier for you. So for example, if you were to draw this type of chord or something like this, you will understand the geometry behind it, so you will know how the cross sections will behave in space and everything. And also, if you would like to photo bash something a little bit more complex, if you know how to draw, then you will be able to make a little bit more complex photo bashings. You will have more solid understanding of it. A really cool guy who is doing a really nice photo bashing is let me find him. His name is Jarold or Jarold. He also has YouTube channel and a cool art station. He does a lot of cool photo bashings, and he also really know how to draw. So if you are interested in this type of stuff, Jarold SNG, SMG will be a perfect fit for you, I guess. But it looks cool. For if you're only 16, then it just learn more. No problem. Yeah, it is life. I plan to make a bit more of live streams. This way I will motivate myself to draw a bit more. So, profit. I don't want any problems. Yeah, as I said, feel free to like upload them to the group and like write a bit more about your work, what you are struggling with and everything, if there is anything, or if you have any questions in particular. So maybe later I will take it onto the stream, or just maybe someone in the group will answer your questions. I don't know everything, so maybe someone more skilled will also answer. It will be cool. Then we can both learn something new. No problems. That's why I'm doing the live streams. Nie ma spania. Rysowanki. Pretty much two, like English and Polish. I used to learn German, and I have like a really basic understanding of it, but I was not practicing it for a really long time. So maybe if I will like study it a bit more, maybe I will be able to communicate in it, but it will take me some time to like remind myself everything. But like the most basic things, I guess I will understand. So let's say 2.1, something like this. Cool. Yeah, knowing languages is something that might be really helpful. Let's go with this guy. Long neck guy. I guess like the English language is the most useful at the moment, at least for me. But as far as I know, like knowing Russian and is also a really nice thing. I have no idea about Arabic. Like I don't know if it's a language a lot of folks know around the world, to be honest. But yeah, I guess being able to decipher all these letters that they have must be quite cool skill to have. This book is stupid. Like, why would you even like evolve this way? I hope it's a real book because this one looks kinda sketchy. Hope it's not just a toy or something like this. I will get bamboozled if it is just a toy. Yeah, I also think it's fine. It's cool to know their opinions on different topics, and especially since I really like their works, it's also cool to like learn they are really cool folks. Which is also quite a nice thing about the industry, because a lot of guys and girls who are drawing are usually a really nice people with many different interests. So artists usually around the industry are really interesting people to talk to. With a really bright and vivid characters to them. Also, if everything goes well, for one of the next podcasts I will have a guy. That was pretty much a reason why I started drawing on the tablet, but at the moment I will keep it a small secret, so I won't reveal the name. But if it will be official, then it will be huge for me. Because pretty much I will be able to talk with a guy who is one of the main reasons behind all this. Yeah, now you can. Egypt is also cool. It's extremely hot, but a really beautiful country. Yeah, I mean, this guy looks kind of funny. It's actually, oh, okay, he fits in here perfectly. A long neck boy. Yeah, also like 95% of monsters nowadays are just pretty much some bugs and everything like combined together. Like, as someone once said, the nature is the best designer. For drawing, I guess it might be enough. Okay, I heard people for art are using mostly iPads, but they are quite expensive. But I guess everything that has like a screen and a pen or whatever will make a good drawing tablet, or at least a decent one. But if you want to draw on your PC, then I will highly suggest to you to buy Wacom tablets. At the moment, I guess they are the best on the market. There are some different companies, but for like forever I have been using Wacoms and they are fine. I have no idea what this guy face looks like, so I will improvise on this one. If it's a spider, it's a really funky one. The spider looks like a food. If it's a spider. I have no idea what it is. Yeah, he kinda looks like a tortellini or something like this. To make it look kawaii. Which one do I want to make next? This one is cool. girlfriend, but I don't plan having children in the near future. I don't think not having a girlfriend or wife or kids means someone is alone, to be honest. It's perfectly fine. Why people want to draw from head instead of making. To be honest, I think there is a huge misconception between beginners. Like, I also had this misconception that if you want to be a pro, you don't really need to look at the photos because it's unprofessional. And a lot of beginners think that a really good artist know how to draw pretty much everything from the imagination, so they also try to do it this way. But to be honest, the more you draw, the more you will discover the fact the huge amount of pros pretty much use references all the time, like for pretty much everything. So, but it pretty much comes with time to like grasp the idea, to accept this fact. So I guess it's cool to know how to draw from head. Like, this is also one of the reasons I'm doing these studies, so later I won't depend on photos. I will have this visual library thingy in my head and I will know how the things look like. So I don't particularly need to like open like different references to draw something cool. But usually if I can, I tend to use references. It just helps a lot. But I guess like the end goal for, maybe not the end goal, but one of the really important goals for many different artists is to be able to convey a really good ideas without a need of references. So pretty much the more you draw, the more you know how the things look like, the better you are at like coming up with different things. Abdul Karim, interesting name. Never heard this name before. What is the full version of this name if this one is shortened? Cool. I met some Muslims in my life and most of them were really cool people. completely agree with this type of thing. I don't personally really care what some folks believe, as long as you're genuinely a nice person and you are nice to each other, then it's completely fine for me. I guess I will go with books to the end of this sheet. It seems to have a third eye in here. Interesting. As I said, I'm not really a religious person. Like, if someone wants to believe into, like, want to worship sun, it's fine with me. Like, more power to them. I don't really care and judge people based on what they believe, as long as they are good people. But I guess vast majority of religions had the only one God rule. But as I said, I don't really care what others are believing. Might be, we will never know. I'm not sure if I understand this message. Render spider who could create such who can. I don't get it. Hello. Might be. Hello, Paradoxa. To be honest, I don't really care. I was thinking even about doing this type of stuff because as far as I know it's a really good source of money, and I once made an SFW artwork. It was just two humans together, but it was cool, but I don't really mind. If someone is into this type of stuff, more power to them. If they enjoy drawing this type of things, that's okay. No problem, goodbye. Like sometimes the Furies and everything might go a little bit extreme, and maybe sometimes there is a tendency for a really weird type of artworks, but as far as I know it's a niche where a lot of people are, so if they enjoy it, yeah, I mean, people are ready to pay a really good money for this type of stuff. Actually, the NSFW artwork I have done quite time ago was one of my like best paid and smoothest commissions to date. Depends who likes what, I guess. And as far as I know, it actually, I mean, I know it actually requires a lot of technical skill. Like, as in everything, you can find a lot of art that is really like bad, like in its core. And I guess it's quite easy to find like Fury art that is bad in its core, but it's also, you can sometimes find a really beautifully crafted pictures. Like the theme might be a bit controversial, but the quality is definitely there. I guess soon I will wrap up the stream in like 10 minutes, so if anyone has any more questions, feel free to ask them now, so maybe I will be able to answer some last things on the stream while drawing this cute white spider thingy. Looks like a jelly. I guess if I finish this one, like, I guess in 2 or 3 days maybe, I will try to make another stream, like maybe tomorrow or 2 days after today. So I guess after drawing all the fishes in here, I want to draw pretty much everything from this, like from all the references that I have. So maybe then I will upload it, and I guess it will appear soon. As it's nothing really special, like if someone wants to draw, then just go to the Pinterest and find your references for the, or just pause the video and draw from here. But for the drawing it's like 3 layers, background, drawing, and pretty much that's all. Nothing too complex, to be honest. To be honest, it's not a lot to study. Like the basic idea is, if you have like a cube, it can even be a badly drawn cube, and let's say the light is from here, whoops, from here, then the line should be darker here. This surface has like this direction because it's vertical, so the shading in here will be like this, and in here it can go like this direction maybe, or it can also go vertical, but for example tighter or horizontal. Just be consistent with the drawing, then it's pretty much all. Like the line will be darker in the shadow and a bit lighter in the light, so not much to study from. If you want to learn this type of stuff, Scott Robertson explains it pretty nicely in How to Draw and How to Render. By Scott Robertson. He covers a lot of cool things in there, so I will go with this book, to be honest, instead of like those sketches, because they are quite yeah, they are quite bad, I guess. Just sketches to draw, not really a hard hard trying to make them beautiful. Instead of like studying the sketches, I guess it will be better if you will just go and study some animals and just try to draw this type of stuff. After like drawing enough of them, you will figure out your own ways how to draw and what you like and what you don't like in drawings, so it might be a little bit more beneficial for you. No problem then. Yeah, I will upload the files anyway, so I will try to keep them organized. Next time I stream, just feel free to come by and draw alongside, like on a paper or something if you have two screens. I often do this type of stuff where I put someone who is drawing like on the second screen or on the phone if I don't have a second screen, or just divide my screen to two halves and just draw while someone else is drawing. I usually say if you want to learn drawing, just look out for different sources. Yeah, I mean, I won't pretty much have a schedule for quite some time when I will draw, but I will try to announce it on my Facebook profile, so if you want, just go to the links and add me on the Facebook. I have a Spock on the profile picture, a drawing of me as a Spock. A friend of mine did the drawing. And also, I guess all the live streams will be like saved in the public videos, so I guess no matter what, they will always be available. Okay, so I guess this will be the last one for the stream today, so thanks for coming by, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. The next streams, I guess, will be maybe in the next few days. I will see when I have time, and thanks for watching. I guess that will be everything for today, so goodbye.